Let's get into the big topic today, the deep dive with our guest, Jay Malone, from Jersey, neighbors to Springsteen, neighbors to the whole gang there, Bon Jovi and the gang. We're talking about leveling up your life, actionable steps for success. And I want to get into this segment, guys, John, Marty, Jay, for guys that are listening right now, let's talk about giving them specific actions that they can take to elevate their career, personal growth, overall success. Jay, let's start with you, brother. So you work with entrepreneurs looking to scale up and transform business. What are some essential steps that somebody can start taking, not tomorrow, Jay, not next week in the month of November, like today? Like, what's one thing that you would just offer as a low-hanging piece of fruit? Just some guy laying in his bed or sitting at his desk, he's out for a walk, he's listening right now, and he's thinking, fuck, do I do this? I just need a little edge. I need something. Jay, can you give something to somebody right now?
There's, like you've been saying, Keith, there's no quick wins. And what I've been focusing on for the last couple of years now, as I built my new business profit ladder, is just trying to be in the right channels at the right time and spending time with the right people, not the wrong time, not the wrong folks. They're like, I meet folks like you from doing the work of showing up in the comments and finding people that are already putting in great content. For the average entrepreneur that's building, especially a service-based business, I think when you're ready to get started, just focus on doing the work that you're really good at. The productization piece can come later. Just find the right clients that are going to buy from you, that are going to promote the work that you're doing, that are going to tell their friends about it. Referrals are a great place to start. When you have something that clicks, the thing that I used to get stuck on is I would start to chase a million different directions that I could go after. For me, when I found a framework and a thing that I was really good at, and I saw the interest, I saw the demand from the market, and I realized that I was one of few that could do that thing really well, then I realized that I could create more access for it by just chunking it down. So just taking pieces of the work that you're already doing day in and day out and just taking it out and just giving it away to people. I think where I would get stuck is I would hold back on the value of that free thing. So like John's free university, right? Like he took the stuff that he's already good at, and instead of charging a fee and making it hard to access and putting a lot of friction between him and the work that he already does, he actually gave it all away for free. And so that's where I would get tripped up. I would hold back. I would say, if this thing is free, if I charge 30 grand to do a thing that I do for 6 months and I'm going to give part of it away, I'm going to charge like a high fee, or I'm going to make the value of it receded a little bit. And the more I gave it away, the better I made the product, the more it turned that flywheel for me. And I think that's a limiting belief that I think a lot of entrepreneurs have. Hold back your best stuff.
This is fascinating to me because you and John and Marty, you guys have all dropped this F word number of times in the last 8 or 9 minutes, and the F word being free. We've been taught so much as business folks to avoid the word, focus on quality, value, quality. Yet all three of you have really jumped on this idea that there's a lot of value in quote unquote free. And it's become freeing for you guys in order to scale your businesses by adopting that mindset. I don't know if enough entrepreneurs maybe lean into this F word not being bad. Johnny.
Yeah, here's the thing. What I think what people tend to not understand is that you can basically, quote, give away your secrets. They're coming to you for the application. You can tell them exactly what to do. Doesn't mean they're going to do it. The very few are going to do it, but those aren't your customers anyway. Those aren't the people you're going to help. Those people don't need help. The people that need help are the ones that they've got the directions, they've got the recipe, but they just don't have whatever it is inside of them to execute it to get the type of progress they're looking for. So just remember, they're coming to you for the application, and that's really that you're going to lose very few people by giving away your secrets. The majority of your customers are coming to you or to your course to help you or your course help them execute the process.
Jay, I see you nodding there.
Yeah, there's this stigma, I think, with courses in general, and people say they don't work. There's a lot of snake oil, there's a lot of bullshit out there. But what John is talking about is that most people will look at their own ability to take the material that John gave them in the free university, and they realize that they're not doing anything with it. So they assume that the course is garbage, or they say it's not worth it. Those are the people that probably need John's help. So John takes his stuff, he puts it into a course, and he tells you, you're going to get stuck here and here. That's where I can help you. But these are the pieces you can do on your own. And so that's why I love to give away a lot of the free and low ticket stuff, because a lot of people are going to kick the tires forever and never be the right customer to hire you.
Well, Marty, it's very similar in the fitness space, right? Because you can give somebody every program in the world. Yeah, here's free. And AJ and I laugh about it all the time. If they can't execute on what they give and what you give them, no success. It's the same thing, isn't it, Marty?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And sometimes people need the personalized coaching. Like they need something for their life specifically. Like I need you to tell me what to do with this situation and how to fix this situation. So I think that's another thing where if they get a taste of that with the free content or the free information you're putting out, that can get them to want to get your buyer coaching as well.
Yeah. Well, Marty, correct me if I'm wrong here, brother, but you literally live in the world of you could give your clients what they're supposed to do, literally, but they're coming to you because they want you by their side to help them execute. So you live 100% in the world of application, correct?
No, absolutely. Yeah, you can tell somebody to increase their protein and drink more water as much as you want to. That don't mean they're going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So Jay, how do you move somebody down that path? Again, talking practical strategies for our entrepreneurs listening today. We've just spent the last number of minutes encouraging our audience to lean into the idea of free. Lean into it, observe it, encourage your audience to accept it. But then somewhere in that journey, the entrepreneur's like, yeah, but Jay, I got to make some money. So at what point did you go, okay, this is now enough free for Marty and John. I'm now got to charge them. Talk about that pivot point, James.
Yeah. So there's this in-between thing that I think is really helpful for people. So sticking with in the fitness world, like what I've done in hiring fitness coaches a number of times is they offered an introductory pack. We're going to do an audit. We're going to get all your fitness goals together. We're going to build a plan for you. A lot of those things were free, but they were all customized for me. There was a lot of focus on me. And what I wasn't signing up for was a 1-year fitness like transformation program because that felt risky. I don't know if John or Marty are the guys that I want to work with. I don't know if I can train with them, if they're local to me. Maybe they're too expensive. Maybe their diet regimen is going to be something that I just don't like, but they're going to spend a week with me getting familiar, giving me some tips, building a plan for me. Those introductory packages are like a great middle ground. And then from those things, once you have that package, chances are maybe John or Marty built a small diet plan. Those things, they start to pull out from that small package service that they offer, and they become free assets that people can look at so that they can decide if they want to go through that small package. So you're basically meeting the customer. All of your different customers are at a different point in their journey, whether it's fitness or whatever you sell, and you start to take the stuff that you're doing and you chuck it down. So you have a thing for them no matter where they are, price-wise, at the stage that they're at in their career, and you can meet them where they are. So it's like you're working backward, but you should definitely start by selling the stuff that you do so that you're not putting yourself in a place of scarcity where the only thing that you have to offer people is free stuff.
There you go. Marty, Johnny, some closing comments from you guys before we keep the show going?
Actually, John,
I was just going to say that I think 100% I agree with them we're talking about, but I think that the element that I like about the free is it just allows us to help everyone. Because there are going to be people who are never going to be able to afford our services. And I really enjoy the concept that, hey, it doesn't matter if you can't afford me. I still got something for you.
Marty.
I don't want to get off topic, but I wanted Jay to touch on, because I feel like this is practical for people watching. Yeah. What did the burnout look like for you? Like, when did what happened to make you recognize, hey, I'm burnt out. This needs to change?
Good question.
10 years of hustling, of chasing clients that didn't want to buy from me, of selling the wrong services, of not having that feedback loop, and just feeling like I was on that hamster wheel. And the more I could, like building off what John said, the more that I could create free and low ticket gave me more of that feedback. It helped me pivot my offers. It helped me price them right. It helped me find ultimately the right people to sell to. And that removed a lot of the burnout, removed a lot of the stress of hustling and chasing the wrong folks.
It's like a filtering system.
Coincidental about that question, Marty, is that your question relates to a post that I saw Jay make, which encouraged me to knock on Jay's door and say, hey, you want to have a conversation about life and about business and you want to come on the show? So it's funny, Marty, you and I haven't even talked this, Marty, but it was that post that Jay made that something struck me with what he said, because the guy's gone to work. The guy's put all the time in the work, and that aha moment, which was like, because Jay, your post was something along the lines of, I'm going to exaggerate it, but it's like the hook was, I'm sleeping at night or I'm making $1 gazillion a day. But then the rest of the post was, yeah, but it took me 10 years to get here. And it's that whole farce that everybody hooks. Oh, yeah, I'm making $1 million a day. Yeah, but you worked 30 years to do it. Jay, quickly talk about that for a quick second.
Yeah, the overnight success story.
Yeah.
There's not enough headlines about the real work behind it.
Yes.
Whether it's the person telling the story or the media outlet behind them telling it.
Yes.
And I want to over index on the people that do the work and suffer, like the build in public. For me, I love those stories. I tried this thing and it failed, but here's what I learned from it. And here's what I'm finding a bunch of shows to go and talk on. So I tried a whole bunch of stuff that didn't work. And I want to give away that stuff, because what's the point of having other people suffer through that process? They're only going to cheer for you if you show them all your faults and all the stuff that you screwed up on. And then on top of it, if you help them out, you've got champions. You got people that are going to support you for life because you helped them for a very similar problem they were going through.
Excellent. Hey, Jay Malone joining us here from Jersey. Mornings and Live with Keith and Friends, our center stage deep dive segments wrapping up here. Jay, where can Business Athlete Nation find you? How can they get a hold of you and connect with you to learn more about what you offer? Jay Malone.
Besides at a John Bon Jovi concert, you can find me at profitladder.net.
Profit.net is where you're going to find Jay Malone. Jay, come back and hang out with us again sometime.
Have me back, please. Love it. Keep going, guys. I love what you're doing.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jay.
All right, Jay Malone here, coming to us all the way from Jersey, the neighbor to Springsteen and Snooki and all the gang there in Jersey. But hey, coming up now, we got this sound effect. Anderson, he teases.
Come on, man.
He's got a lifestyle
Come on,
tip.
man.
And then we're coming back to talk endocrinology.